Hello, I'm back. Doing more Final Fantasy 14. And yeah, so it should be fun. Um, yeah, we're just gonna continue playing through the MSQ. But first, there's gonna be a triple triad match here that I'm gonna try and do. I and yeah. Oh wow, look at all these. I don't exactly know what kind of game this is gonna be, but I don't understand this. When a card is played, if two or more of the sides are touching each other, and the sum of the ranks of the touching side are identical to the sum on the other touching side, then the card is flipped. So can I do this? Oh. Barely. I don't think I understand this, but I think... Okay, this is reverse. Lower number flips higher number. So this is actually bad for me. No, this is bad. Oh. No, this is bad. I'm done. Well, they're changing the rules on me. They're changing the rules on me. It's what makes it... Like, I don't know which one this... Okay, so this is plus all open. Okay, okay. Oh, there's another one of those mounts from Stormblood. That person's definitely wearing, like, crazy clothing. Same, plus... You're changing the rules on me again. Well, you're not really changing the rules, but... It's the wrong side, yeah. Okay, well, we got a card. That's it. I mean, we could probably do, like, a lot more than that. Alphino and Alisaie card. Whoa. What? There's an Alphino and Alisaie card. That's cool. Okay. Well, that brings us to Alisei, who's over here. Yeah, that's really cool, actually. So... Oh, good evening, BD.
My piece again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
Hope you're well.
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
I'm doing well, just kind of chilling. I thought I had some time to play FF14, so I'm playing right now. Otherwise, it's kind of going relaxing, just finished eating and stuff, so I don't have to worry about food for the rest of the evening, I don't think, unless I get hungry. But I don't really anticipate that happening, so, you know, I feel good, got back from campus and stuff, and, you know, so I'm looking forward to what should be a relaxing evening of just playing a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV and stuff, and, you know, probably take about 30 minutes or an hour before I go to bed to just kind of like prepare things for tomorrow, so otherwise I think things should be okay. So it should be a good evening. So thank you for asking, and you know, hopefully your evening's going well as well. You know, how's it going?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
I saw your comments as well, by the way, on the other video.
Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she?
And I'm just kind of like, because I like the hat, don't get me wrong, I really do like the hat. I'm just kind of like, every once in a while I think I might change it around and be like, oh, I'll have the hat on, or oh, I'll have the hat off, and for the time being I'm having the bow off as well, since it's not going to help me with what we're going to be doing. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I mean, it should be a nice way to wind down the rest of the day. You know, things should be fairly chill, and so far as I'm aware of, I don't have anything I need to, like, extensively prepare for tomorrow, so. Cool. Well, I'm glad that you're in a position at work where you can take it easy, and you're not having to worry about too much.
Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
What is it?
It's
Did
not,
you find them?
yeah, it's not a great face. Yeah, you know, that's cool. Like, and I think that's probably what I'll end up doing is just kind of like swapping back and forth between like wearing a hat and not wearing a hat, and so. And I do enjoy the way my character looks right now, so that's not an issue or a concern, right now, which is good. So definitely have some fashion going on, with my character right now.
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
Oh no, that's a little bit scary.
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Things just keep getting bad and bad.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the Broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi affected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lise. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphinaud left with, is one of them. I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting at shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
Alright, well, something's going on. Oh, look, and it's raining. Wait, it's raining in here? Is there like a hole? Yeah, it looks like there's a... Yeah, there is a hole. I can't look at it, but... You see, my thing is that they were like, oh, the ambassador of the Populares is there. The person who left, or the person who like was with Alphino, right? But they weren't like, oh, Alphino is there. You know? So like, that's my thing. I'm just trying to look up here. I don't think I could... I can't like look up, but... yeah, so that's my thing. I don't think Alphino's there. Yeah, if only I could fly. But yeah, this is like a cool little like cavernous like area, which is nice. I'm gonna do one more of these triple triad matches real quick because I don't think I'm gonna be back here anytime soon. Because I just don't have flying and I can't really like get over here, so this place is rather inaccessible to me. This is order. Cards must be played in the order they appear in the deck. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. Well. Uh-huh. Okay, we got another card. On me. Just because, again, seriously, like, I don't think I'm going to be back here for a little bit, so I just want to try to, oh, they're going first? Ascending. A card's ranks increases in proportion to the number of cards at the same temporary play. Okay. I mean... Oh no. Oh no. I got messed up. Like bad. I lost. I lost! This person's got like 4 cards. Which is crazy. I haven't seen somebody with 4 cards before. Oh no, I shouldn't have. Oh, that's fine actually. It's not the worst. No, whoa. I messed up. I did not mean to play that there. But that's okay, that ended up working out. Okay, quit. Alright, one more card. Oh, this card has already been claimed. Oh, no, okay. Alright, I'm not gonna try and get all of them, I don't think. I mean, like, I'd like to get all of them, but I don't know if I'll be able to, especially if it's like... Wait, I didn't mean to quit. Especially if it's like, it's gonna give me repeats. I might be here all night. Trying to get some of these cards. Okay, I'm going first. I think that's a good play. I probably didn't need to go 8 there, but I mean... Same. Okay. Yeah, you'd think I know exactly like the plays I'd be wanting to do by this point. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that it does it, but also it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, maybe I could do this at like some other point in time. But... Oh no. Oh. That's it, I'm screwed. I lost. Yeah. I'll only do a few more. Maybe like 2 or 3 more, maybe. And then kind of like be like, okay, well, you know, I played, done what I could do. This person played in a really good position right there, actually. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. Yeah, I can. I mean, that's why, like, I play whenever I see them. Sometimes. But, yeah, it can. And this just might end up the same way as... Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. I already have this card. Wait, do I? I already do have this card. No way, you've legitimately just given me the same 2 cards that I've already gotten. Okay, last one, last one. This is the last one. And I'm serious, I mean it. This is the last one. Like, no joke. This will be the last one that I do. Oh, wow. I think we went first as well, so... Maybe we lost. Oh no, well, I mean, we didn't win. Alright, but whatever. I mean, we'll end with a tie. I think that's fine. I mean, we got 2 cards out of it, and we got 2 more. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping them on my inventory right now, because I can just sell them at the Golden Saucer when I go back. And I'll probably go back, like, I'll probably end up going back later on today, just so I could go ahead and, you know, like, do this thing where you, like, connect 3 or whatever, and you try and get, like, 6 or 5 or something. So I'll probably go back just to do that. And sell those. And then I think there's also like a weekly thing that you can do as well, where like you put in like the numbers. It's like a lottery thing. So I'll probably try and do that as well. I haven't done that yet this week. And you know, when we get there, potentially, you know, they might have a fun game going on, a fun activity. Oh, why am I trapped? There we go. So we can do that as well, maybe, potentially. I just don't want to get hung up too much on Triple Triad tonight, because it's easy. I feel like it'd be easy for me to do it and just get addicted to it almost, and just keep playing and playing and playing and playing. And it's fun. I mean, it's a good mini game, I think. So, but look, notice Alphino's not here. But I mean, I guess that's kind of like to be expected, right? So, and just for me, I don't know. Just thought it was worth pointing out that Alphino wasn't here.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events.
Yeah, those are the things I was talking about. Yeah, those.
Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This Shadow Hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
Ascian Hunter sounds like a title. I mean, I guess in this case it is a title, right? But Feels like a title that you could probably like wear on your character. I don't know. It would be kind of cool. Ascian Hunter.
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphinaud asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alisaie head to Doma and let Lord Hier know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphinaud too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
What's happening again?
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too.
There's a riddle in here somewhere, I'm sure. I don't know what that riddle is, but there's something about space and time, probably.
Well, at least we're both still standing.
At least I think. I don't know. Could be wrong. Probably I'm wrong.
Oh,
We'll
thank
see.
the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hier.
You know how painful that is. Feels like it'd probably be quite painful. But I don't know. At least our characters recover somewhat quickly. No, I was thinking the same thing to LSA. Oh, this is another Mikote, but with pink hair. How similar is, like, do our characters look? Okay, Domin Enclave, there we go. 600? Yeah, we'll see what mysteries end up being unfolded or uncovered. Because I'm trying to think, I mean, I'd have to go back and like listen a little bit more into like all the things that they were talking about, but I don't know. I mean, I think what will probably end up happening is we'll probably figure out like who exactly the Ascians are, because I could probably like look up on something like online and try and be like, okay, well, what's like the background primer for the Ascians? Like, what's the kind of like lore recap, right, from like A Realm Reborn all the way to Stormblood about like what I know about the Ascians, right? But I'm sure that there isn't anything like that on the internet, because what would probably happen is I would probably like look up like, okay, well, what's the background lore on the Ascians, and then potentially like it would just give me, you know, like all this information about stuff that like probably hasn't been revealed yet to me in the game, and so I'd probably be spoiling myself a little bit potentially. But I imagine based on like what I know so far, which isn't too much, but just I feel like something has to happen with the Ascians, right, in terms of them being from somewhere, right? Like they can't just be beings of pure chaos, right? Like they have to have a reason for wanting to be chaos, unless it's like actually straight up like their only reason for being is just to sow chaos and they don't really care. But they seem to be very like strategic, they seem to be very planned, right? Like, okay, they have the Empire, right? And like the Empire exists effectively as like this Ascian vehicle, right? Okay, so then if the Empire is effectively a vehicle for the Ascians, then the Ascians are looking for like some sort of like domination and control, right? So they're not necessarily looking to spread chaos in the sense that they don't care what happens as long as there's crazy things happening. Like they have an agenda they're trying to push, right? What that agenda is, I don't know, right? And there's other things where it's like, okay, who's actually like doing this to us? Is it an Ascian or is it someone else? Because if it's an Ascian, then potentially there's some sort of like, I don't know, like either there's some division between the Ascians and not all Ascians are sort of like aligned with one another, or there's just another group of Ascians that are just tasked with like culling our souls, potentially, maybe. But like I think there has to be a reason for the Ascians doing what they're doing, and I imagine probably some of it has to do with something that happened traumatic in their past as a collective, as the Ascians, as a species, as it were, potentially. It's raining again. Let's get underneath some shelter. Right. And so like, ooh, look, this is very ominous for us talking about this, right? But like there has to be something going on, right, with the Ascians, something that might have had to happen in their distant past to make them sort of like do the things that they're doing. I don't know. That's just me. I feel like something had to have happened. Kind of like when we fought those like black mages and stuff or whatever that happened. Like they were trying to protect their planet or something. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's a lot to uncover and figure out. Yes, please. Show us in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if any of the theories end up coming true. I mean, you know, I'm not much of a theory crafter myself, but, you know, I mean, if I'm going through this MSQ and stuff, you know, might as well... Wait, hold on a second. Where'd my little companion go? You know, if I'm going through the MSQ, you know, I might as well, you know, try to... Oh, wait, no. Wait, there's like a mini... Is there like a minion game? Minion? Huh. Huh. Curious. I'm unable to summon a minion here. Yeah, no, you're right. Like, you know, when you're sort of like into it and stuff, it's like, you know, all these things are kind of like going on. So it's like you just can't help but wonder. And I mean, you know, the way that they've written it too, it kind of like makes you... I'm sure that they want you to be thinking about these types of things as well, right? Like the writers of the MSQ. I don't know who writes it. I don't know like who writes it and everything, but I'm sure that, you know, whoever's writing it and stuff is probably very much like, yeah, like we want people to go ahead and like, you know, think about these types of things and like, you know, look forward to it. Because that's part of like making a good story, I think, right? Is sort of like being like, okay, we want to like leave these questions open so that way people like want to see what happens next. And oh, okay. Now they're gonna figure out about the invasion that might be coming to Alamigo, maybe. Sir Aegis or some such. Sir Aegis. Okay, let's see. Tenacity, vitality, purity, spell speed. Spell speed. Yeah, no, that's true. You know, always, you know, wanting to figure out like what happens next, and you know, just wanting more story and stuff. You're right. Oh, I didn't know that. They were jungle police. Oh, hold on a second, real quick. I'm just gonna see who's... Okay, that person... Okay. I just wanted to check some things real quick on the free company and just like also on my friends list as well, so that's why I went into that. Let's see. Okay. Right, that's off now, right? Yeah, it's off, okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look. Wait, we tried playing this person in Triple Triad, I think, and we lost, like, really bad, I think. If I remember correctly. We're gonna lose, I suspect, but... Oh no, we won. Okay, yeah, because this is reverse, so we can just play with this low tier deck and we'll be fine. Oh, that's fine. No other additional card? Yeah, I should make a deck with all. Well, this is the deck with all the ones, right? So, or with the like little 1-stars. Oh. And we got it. There we go. Where is this card? Where is it? Where is it coming from? The dodo. Sab-O Tender. I mean, there's no way they win this. They take this from us now. There's no way. Am I like doing something wrong? Like, have I? I mean, I guess it's just RNG, right? Ultimately. Whether or not we get this card, so I'm watching the time as well, so we don't spend too much time on this. Okay, well. Yeah, the card is just being elusive, you're right. It is just RNG. We'll do it later. I mean, we know what we're gonna do. Like, so we'll be able to get it anyway. Eventually, if we just, you know, put enough time into it, so. It'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. We'll get it. Soon enough. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I beat them, you know. And I know how to beat them again, so it'll be fine. Just gotta grind it out enough times, and, you know, I'm also getting, like, gold saucer coins as well, like, so it's not a bad thing to do.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming. $1,000 yards, 2,000, 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alisaie. They can test our new wall for us. Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
Oh, whoa. No, his soul's been cold as well. He's been cold.
What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
But can you go through the barrier?
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light? Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished. Stand down. The Legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible! There's no way you could have survived.
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea?
That's crazy.
The Ascian used me, as he used so many others. All to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me.
and as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge.
It's not a good way to live.
My principal quarry was to be Lahabrea, whom I gather you have since ushered into oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who
I
are
do.
dead. This you already know.
But sometimes it's kind of like hard because it's like you defeat some of these characters like so long ago, and it's kind of like difficult to imagine like, yeah, you know, actually like there is someone underneath like all of that armor. So it's like, oh wow. You know? Like it's just so, I don't know, because I guess like if you would have told me like, oh, this is the person who's like underneath all of that with like the horns and everything on the helmet, it's like, oh, okay, like I don't know, I just wouldn't have like assumed.
Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source.
And don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I remember details, like deep details. Like the name, like I didn't know the actual like name of this person. Or I didn't recall.
Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was Lahabrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on Lahabrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light.
Mm-hmm.
Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
They very well
Put your
could.
fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. I am getting some Ascian knowledge right now.
Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Galvus.
Yay, Galvus. Yay.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus. All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Yeah, there's more important matters at hand.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods. Even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphinaud back in Dorma.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just do this real quick. My friend's sending me like these images of these like they're texting in this group chat of like these, I don't know, like these tech decks or something. Are they tech decks? What are they? Oh no, they're like Santa Cruz like skateboards. And like I don't skateboard. But apparently they're like these Pokemon skateboards, and you could get like holo variants, and they're like blind bags, and then you could get like gold variants as well. Like it's kind of wild actually. But yeah, and then also trying to plan some stuff for Saturday evening as well. But that is that. Everyone else in the meeting is gone. You're goody. Yeah, that is oh wait, hold on, what is this? Otherwise, the War Council has ended in unanimous agreement to forestall the Empire's expansion plans in this region. Our allies are willing to send troops to fight in Eorzea. Good. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I don't know this word. Alphinaud is safely ensconced in a private chamber. My finest healer is examining him as we speak. Oh, did you really? Yeah, I don't know. My friend was just talking about it right now. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't skateboard, so I don't really know. But they probably are. There's holo versions. That's crazy. Yeah, it's cool that the wall ended up working. You're right. That tech, the Allegan tech.
Our supplies at Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance. See that you do.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing.
Dang, that's low. What a savage remark.
A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect.
For what?
Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence.
What does this mean? Slowly but surely the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source. There's some meaning behind this. I just don't think I understand what the meaning behind this is, but this means something. I don't know what though.
Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
Mm-hmm.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire.
I don't care about the Empire.
You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
Well, because you don't say something like that, right? Like, you don't give, like, I don't know exactly, like, what the term is. I don't know if it's, like, a monologue or a soliloquy or, like, whatever, right? But, like, you don't just say what Solus just said, right? Without there being a reason, right? Like, they put that in there for a reason, right? Character or otherwise, right? Or, like, writing, narrative, plot, structure-wise. It's in there for a reason, right? There's something going on, right, about the light that Solos, as an Ascian, wants to put an end to, right? And maybe there's too much light, and I, as the Warrior of Light, and my fellow comrades in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, have been causing too much trouble, ushering in too much good, ushering in too much light, towards causing unbalance in whatever is going on, right? And the Ascians, as the agents of chaos, have come to counteract and balance out the influence of the light that myself and the other Scions have been doing. I don't know. But I don't know. But that can't be true though, right? Because it's like at the same time, like whatever's going on here is deeper than just like whatever's happened in the last. And again, like I'm very ignorant about a lot of stuff, right? Like don't get me wrong, like there was a long time for me between when I played A Realm Reborn to Heaven's Ward to Stormblood, right? Like I took breaks in between a lot of these expansions, right? And so I don't exactly like, you know, there's things I don't know, right? But if I just take what I do feel like I know for right now, is that there's a greater plan that's been set in motion, right, over a longer period of time than just the time that like I've been like as a character influencing whatever I've been influencing, right? So there's something going on, whether it's like destiny or it's fate or if there's like an agenda, whatever, there's something going on.
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't been doing too much good. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the Founding Father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I, the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
Well, something's going on. Porta Pretoria. Okay. Just real quick, since we're here. They're gonna turn on this right now. Oh no, they didn't. Whoa, okay. We lost. Oh well, we drew. I thought we were gonna get that. Good. Well, I mean, I'm glad you're getting enjoyment out of it. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. Oh my gosh, they just messed me up so hard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Oh wait. Oh. No! That's it. Oh no. But yeah, no, it's cool. I'm glad you're getting enjoyment out of it, BD. I'm glad to be able to provide entertainment. And thank you for helping me on my adventures and stuff. My goodness. Let's flip what we can flip. Whoa! No way! Oh, wow. We got... Wow. Oh my god. Why is this person so hard? Why is this the hardest one there is? Like, I'm not even kidding. This is the hardest one. Such a challenge. Let's go first? Oh no. Oh no. Wow, oh, I messed up. I messed up. Can I exit out of this? Can I quit? Can I quit this one? Whatever, let's just put these in random places. We already lost this one. Okay. Alright. No, I misclicked. Right? Yeah, right here. That's right, we're going all the way to Ala Mhigo, or Gurbania. Being here again feels odd. House footsteps. Footsteps. What are some titles I have? I do have it, okay. The Dragon Song, Surrender of Souls, The Finest Pupil's Ally, Fate Walker, Elgin Traveler, Confederate Adversary, Step Warrior, The Returned, Lisa's Right Fist, The Liberator of the Autumn. Oh, the new sun! Oh. I mean, we gotta be the new sun, you know? Okay, hold on real quick. Before I continue with this, I just want to do something real quick. Be right back. 1 second. Alright, sorry, I was just getting a little bit warm in my room, so I wanted to change the temperature around a little bit. I'll be right back, you can go away. Gotta play some Gundam Evolution before next month as well, actually. Look at all those banners.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Here. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, where our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphinaud has come back to us. As for the bad news,
so Alphinaud won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
That's a lot.
Ordinarily,
Yep,
any
you're
one of
right.
those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal.
All the banners of the Alliance.
Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphinaud to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Barissos Galvus would be attending.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varus did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Who, me or LSA? Probably me. Oh no, LSA!
God, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphinaud and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Oh, okay, so I'm going anyway. Maybe, unless I'm not Eorzea's champion, but it sounds like I might be.
That's settled then. We don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
Okay, for this, we'll take the bow out.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Who's this purple banner belong to? Because I'm guessing this is like Doma, right? And then this one's the Twin Adders, the Maelstrom, the people from Uda, I forget what they're called. The Heavens Ward people, I forget what they're called as well. Why do I not know their names? Those people. And then I don't know who these people are.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue.
Alright. Ishgard. Yeah, Ishgard for sure, and then Alamigo, yeah. I don't know why. I didn't recognize, like, Alamigo as being, like, Alamigo. I don't know if I've seen that banner. No, I have seen that. That's right, I have seen that banner before. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we
Thank you, BD.
recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace.
Sophistry? I don't know if I've heard that before. The word.
As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Ala Mhigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end.
You know, to be fair, right, you know, given everything that's been said, Varys does have a point here, right? That, like, the dragons really only... You know, the dragons suffered a lot. They suffered a lot until they were able to come to peace, right? And it did take a violent act of killing to really bring about this peace. So, you know, to an extent, he has a point. I mean, of course, like, you know, the Empire is not in the right here, but, you know, if there is a conversation about what it takes to bring one another to the, you know, table to have a conversation, settle on a lasting peace, you know, Varys is right that the dragons did suffer a lot. Their leaders were, well, you know, killed.
Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong, from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of Ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
No, I think the thing is that, like, I think that, you know, to a certain extent, and I mean, I don't know, this is like getting into like a necropolitics kind of like way of thinking, right? About how in order for a group of people to suffer, or not for a group of people to suffer, but for a group of people to do well and to flourish, there has to be another group of people somewhere else at some point who have to suffer and go through hardship and have to go through strife in order for another group of people to sort of like rise up and have this ability to be in a place where they don't have to suffer, right? And so I think sometimes like it's just important to like really like look at those facts and say, okay, like, you know, sometimes there's these things that like do have like complicated histories and like things that are, you know, the histories that lead up to these moments aren't always like these clean roads that don't have anything that's built on top of them, right? Like there are suffering on some people on someone's behalf at some point, right, in order to get to a certain point. And I don't think there's anything wrong with like looking back and critically analyzing, you know, things from like a historical perspective. Like people are who they're going to be now, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean they have to be shaped by what happens to them in the past, right? And it doesn't mean that they should be shaped by what happens to the past. But I think it's also sometimes important to acknowledge what has happened in the past. And it's important to acknowledge that there are, in some cases, people who have suffered, right? In order for the eventuality, or not necessarily eventuality. Eventuality sounds like things are going to happen no matter what, right? But in order for the current point in time to exist, right, there are things that have happened in the past that have gotten us to this point in time. And it's like, what are those things in the past that have happened? So I'm not necessarily agreeing with Varys here at all. I'm just saying that like from the standpoint of being reflective on historical aspects of like things that have happened, right? It's important to be reflective of that and sometimes confront it as well, right? But that's just me, though, you know, like...
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the Twelve's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Like, understanding, like, okay, whose view is that history written from? Like, the thing is that, like, even, like, if we look at, for example, like, a lot of histories of more, like, ancient empires and kingdoms, right? There's a lot that we just don't know from the perspective of the average person, right? So, like, if we think about, like, the Roman Empire and, like, the Roman Republic, right? Like, okay, like, we know a lot about what some of these chroniclers think, right? Like, okay, we know what Plutarch thinks. We know what, you know, these historians that have made these accounts think about what's happening in their contemporary time, and we know what their views are of the people in terms of, like, the actual, like, emperor or the people who were in power in the Senate or who the consuls were. Like, we know, or important generals at that time were, right? Like, whoever is sitting in a position of immense power, right? Like, we know what their thoughts are on them because they took time, at least the chroniclers did, right? And the historians that were documenting some of these histories take time to, like, document these types of things. But we don't know how, like, the average person who lived, you know, like, on a daily life lived, right? They're effectively, like, these silent voices that don't have a voice. And the only time that they do have a voice is when, I mean, it's a curious thing, right? Because then it's going into, because what I was going to say was that effectively, like, to an extent, the only time they do have a voice is when we can look at something like archaeology and we could say, okay, these are the material remnants of, like, what these people have left behind, right? Like, these are the gravestones, right? These are the connections and the relationships that these people have with one another based on gravestones and writings and inscriptions that are written in different places, because these people didn't produce literature, right, that we could draw upon, right? And the people who were producing literature, the people who were producing chronicles and histories, weren't producing chronicles and histories on the average person. So what we're drawing from the history is constructed in a very particular way. And maybe that's going to change for us, like, as we're living in our modern society, right? Potentially it can change for us. You know, like, I mean, I don't know. It's just something to think about. Like, there's a lot to think about, I think. And, like, thinking about, like, these historical viewpoints and, like, figuring out, like, you know, who's saying what and, like, what perspective are they saying these things from, and, like, what are they choosing to acknowledge and what are they not acknowledging, and
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation.
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please, if you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, and like, because I disagree with like what the Empire is putting down too. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I agree with like what the Empire is saying, or that like I think that violence is the way forward for like what we're doing, because I don't think it is, right? And I think that like from my view, the way it seems like is that what he's trying to do, Varys, is being like, okay, you guys are talking of peace, and then. Yeah, his armor looks super uncomfortable. It's like super bulky, like it's crazy. It's wild armor. But yeah, like gosh, I don't even remember like what I was trying to say. But I think that like, cuz I think what he's trying to do is be like, okay, well, like you look at you guys, and you guys are trying to talk about peace, but then look at like how you guys were founded and established, and the way that you guys are doing things and the way it's built off of and stuff. And, you know, it's not, you know, like the... Yeah, I mean, they have some layers, you know, like they have some layers. I'm just saying that I think that like he's bringing up important points, right? Not important points in the sense that like agree with him because he's bringing up these points, right? Because I wouldn't agree with him based on these points, right? Like, no one is saying that, okay, yes, because these things happened, right, we need to agree with you, and you're correct. But I'm also saying that it's important to just be like, those things that happen, we can still disagree with him, right? And say that, no, violence isn't the way forward, right? And that we can grow from what happened in the past. But it's also, I think, not good to just kind of like ignore the past and say that the past didn't necessarily happen. But I mean, I don't even think that that's necessarily something that anyone's really saying anyway. So, you know. And again, I'm not agreeing with the Empire. I'm not agreeing with Varys. I'm not agreeing with like anything that they're saying. Yeah. Yeah, like, there's still bad guys, right? Like there's still bad people that are doing these bad things, and they're waging war, right? Like, for conquest and to, like, rule over others. So... But yeah, like, again, I'm not trying to side with the Empire, so please don't think that, like, I'm trying to side with the Empire or anything like that, or I'm trying to be like, oh yeah. Like, you know, I'm just trying to be a little bit like, I don't know. Okay, that's good, because I don't want to give the impression that I am trying to side with the Empire or anything like that. Because I'm not. I don't side with the Empire. And so I apologize if there's anything that I say that like makes it sound like I'm siding with the Empire, because I'm not. But okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, BD. Okay, I'm gonna talk to some of these other people first, though, real quick. See what they have to say. I wonder if I'm like wearing an okay outfit for this like little meeting, right? Like, do you think this is an okay outfit for this meeting? I mean, I'm sure it is. Like, I think it's a fine outfit for this. I remember when I was gonna have like that dinner with Aymeric, right? Like at the end of like Heavensward, I was so looking forward to that dinner. I was like talking to one of my friends and I was like, what do you think I should wear? Should I wear something more formal? Like, should I wear something like that's like more dressy, right? Like, should I wear like a long dress or something like for this dinner? And I was like talking to my friend and we were like just trying to figure out like, okay, what would like from an RP standpoint be like a good thing to wear, right? Like for the dinner and stuff. And it was unfortunate. I was really looking forward to that. And then suddenly, I forget exactly what happened, but the dinner ended very quickly. Like the dinner was there, we were sitting down, we were about to eat, and then next thing I know, someone comes in through the door, starts talking about some stuff, and it's like, oh no, we can't have the dinner. I was like, oh man, like, it was unfortunate, but, you know. Maybe, right, if you're asking about Varys's goal, maybe Varys is just stalling for a time, just as we are stalling for a time to get Black Rose ready to go, and then unleash it upon us. Maybe that's what Varys is trying to do. Maybe us being here is a trap, and we shouldn't be here. We should be running away, trying to get away from Black Rose. Maybe that's what we should be trying to do, because it could be a trap. Can I jump to the other side? No, I can't jump to the other side. Actually, you know, I think that's rather fitting, actually, that I can't jump to the other side, that, like, there's a very clear delineation between, like, what is us and what is theirs. At least what do you have to say? Yeah, maybe the Emperor is hiding in Black Rose. Maybe these little tubes right here are actually for Black Rose or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affair surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat Icons pose to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner.
Oh, well, I think what I was trying to say was that, because you're right, but what I was trying to say, I think, was just that, like, we should get out of here in terms of, like, leaving the tent and, like, being like, hey, if we feel like he's building up to something, then he's going to unleash Black Rose on us. So it's like, we should get out of here, because maybe that's what he's waiting to do, right? Is unleash Black Rose on us. So it's like, we should run instead of sitting here having this conversation, because maybe he's trying to stall for time as well. Potentially. But I don't know.
Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by Icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer, and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rolga's name are you talking about?
Yeah, no, Lisa's thinking about the exact same thing I'm talking about. Like what is he saying? Like, is he gonna kill everyone?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
Is he like gonna like genocide like all of the races? I don't know.
I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former Emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard.
You're right, BD. One banner.
An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You're trying to overthrow them.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
Which one do we say? I mean, but they're both very different, right? One's like, nah, we can take on the Ascians as we are. One's like, this one's kind of like, I feel like this one's like, I would almost agree with you. Like, I don't know, like, this one's like, nah, like you're gonna kill too many people will die. And this one's like, I feel like this one. This was the one that was like getting to me at first. I'm gonna go with the top one. The loss of life. We can't condone it.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Yeah, I think both were good. Both were good. Well, there's a lot to break down there. I'm gonna hold off on this for now. Let's go to the Golden Saucer. Wait, hold on. Wait, can we come back here? If we... Where does this exit lead us to? Yeah, like, I felt like the next one... I felt like if I accepted the quest, it was gonna be, like, a really big cutscene. So, like, I didn't want to... So I didn't want to get into it, right now, since, not that I wouldn't have time to do it, like, because I would. But just that, it is getting a little bit late for me, and there's other things I wanted to do real quick before I head off, so we're gonna make our way. 999 is quite far. We're gonna make our way to... Where is it? Here we... Wait, is this it? No. Oh, this is it. Here we go. Return. We're gonna head back to the Golden Saucer for the time being. But that was a lot. Like, that was actually a lot today, I think, in terms of, like, just going through the MSQ and just the information that we've learned from, you know, just everything happening. It's a lot. Like, over the past 2 streams, it's been a lot to take in. So we'll see what happens next time we play, but I think that will be it for the MSQ for today. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to go to the Golden Saucer and do some stuff there. Hopefully the slice is right. Look at this person's wings. Wait, where did this person get their wings from? Hold on a second. I'm going to ask this person a question real quick. Sentel. Hi, Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, they bought them off the market board. Oh, okay, okay. It's a lot of grinding. It's a lot of maps. I feel like I should put probably like a flag over here or something. Like an Earth Federation flag or like a Xeon flag or well, maybe not a Xeon flag, maybe like a Neo Xeon flag or something like that. Yeah, I think they were more like pinkish pixie wings. I think that's what they were. What is it? This is a 9. Where can we get with? I feel like we should. Oh no. Oh no. None of these are good. None of these are good. Okay, no, this way. Okay, yeah, none of those were good. All of those were so high numbers. I was just curious because like I genuinely like I don't know if I've seen anybody wearing like those pixie wings before. So, whoa. We have to, right? Right? Like, if this is a 2, that's 10,000. That's 10,000 if this is a 2. But if it's a 3, then, ooh. You really want 1, 2, 3 in a row or 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. But this one could also be a 6, but this one needs to be a 1. But which one should we do? Should we do the top down or should we do side to side? I'm kind of thinking side to side. Because effectively, in essence, like I feel like both of these have the same chance, right? Like we need this to be a 2 and we need this to be a 1. So it can't be a 2. Okay, so then we should go with the up and down one then. Yeah, you're right. It could be. I'm gonna go middle. I'm gonna go across. Oh, okay, well. What would they have this been? Let's see. Yeah, revealed. Well. Nah, we did good though. We did good, right? I think we did good. Cliffhanger's underway. I don't really like cliffhanger. I was hoping for the slices right, but it's okay. Yeah, no, it is. We did this one. We do this. Oh, there we go! There we go! We got a good payout. It's not too bad, it's not too bad. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, we're getting a jumbo one. Let's not do a 5. Let's do a 6. Let's do a 2. Let's do a 4. Let's do a 9. I'll purchase another one. Let's not do a 5. Let's do a 6, 3, 9, 2. I'll buy another one. Then this time we will do 5. We'll do a 6, 2, 9. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So what's that going to be for me? It's going to be like 4 o'clock. $7 p.m. Earth time to claim your prize. Well, you know, I think we got some good numbers. So, you know, I think it'll be okay. And the person with the fat cats. Would it be 7? Because it said Eastern time. So I thought it was like 7 o'clock Eastern time. Because if it's 10 for you, then it is 7 o'clock for me. Yeah, you're right. But no, I don't think I have a fat cat. I just think it's something that I've seen like a lot of people with. Unless I do have a fat cat, and I just don't know what I'm talking about. I have a wolf pup. I have a buffalo calf. Kitten. I have some Yokai Watch stuff. Yokai Watch. The general, or the major general. The Mogul Tomb vendors right now. Is there any like, are there any like events or anything that like I'm missing out on that like I should potentially like be doing right now? The Rising seasonal event is underway. Did I do this already? This like seasonal event? Let me see real quick, because I feel like I might have, but yeah, I did the Rising. So that's done. Oh, there's a follow-up quest? Oh, I didn't know that. Hold on. I like how American English on their websites like the same is like listed under the same English as Hong Kong and Singapore. It's kind of cool. Okay. I'll probably do it later then. I'll be honest with you, like, I almost don't want to get off. Like, I feel like I still kind of, like, want to do stuff. But also, I feel like I don't really want to do, like, MSQ stuff right now. Because I'm about to go to bed and I don't want anything heavy to happen right now. If I open up Duty Finder... Oh, no. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I would do PvP. I haven't done PvP in a little bit. I actually like PvP in this game. People think I remember like I was telling my friend, I was like, you know what, like I actually like PvP in Final Fantasy 14 a lot. And my friend was like, no way, because they're like, you're one of the only people I know who actually likes PvP in FF14. I'm like, yeah, I think PvP in FF14 is fun. It's enjoyable. But, or like the front line at least, I thought was fun. Yeah, like, I think, cause like, I could do the extreme for, like, Striking Tree and, like, World Eater, but I can't, and I'm assuming these check marks mean, like, I've already done them on hard. I think, but I don't know. Oh wait, hold on. Like, I can't do Striking Tree on my own yet, I don't think. Yeah, so then I've done it. Yeah, I just can't do Striking Tree on my own. I'm just not good enough, I don't think. Like, it's just hard, I think. Like, the World Eater is hard. Doing it on your own. Like, the World Eater I can't do on my own. Striking Tree, I might be able to, but I don't, it'd take me a long time to do it. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Let's sell these real quick. Oh, look at this one. We get 1,500. This one we get 500. Nice. A decent amount. Maybe I could try it, like, well, actually I don't even, yeah, because I think that with the Striking Tree, it's like you have like those orbs and stuff, and you gotta like run around, get the orbs and whatnot, and sort of like, I just don't think I'm a good player, to be honest with you. I think that's kind of like, yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the World Eater, doing it by myself is kind of scary. Like, just the whole like water thing, and just kind of like being in the middle of the like ocean, and then like the Leviathans like right there to like, it's scary. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it's wild. Yeah, like, there's a point where you do have to attack the tail in the fight, I think. I just don't know. This is Billie Eilish. Alright, well, oh look here, there's another set of wings. Okay, well, I think I'll probably head off. Yeah, like at 90 for sure. I feel like if I level up just a little bit more and I get to like level 75 or something, I'll be able to go in and like kill it like easy. It shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging around, BD. I appreciate it. You know, it's been fun hanging around, playing a little bit of FF14. It's been chill. And yeah, it's been a good time overall, I think. And I don't know what I'm gonna stream next. I don't think I'll stream tomorrow. I probably won't stream this weekend either. Maybe Monday or something, maybe. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll see. But hopefully, we'll stream sometime soon. I just don't think it's gonna happen for the next few days, unfortunately. But I'll be back around, and if I do stream, it will probably be in the morning instead of the evening, I think. But we'll see. So, you know, BD, I appreciate you hanging around, like I said. Yeah, hopefully we'll stream again soon. But otherwise, for the time being, I will go to sleep. And see you later. So. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't even know if I'll stream over the weekend or anything. If I do, I do. If I don't, then I don't. You know, we'll see what happens, but anyway, take care, BD. Be safe, and hope you have an enjoyable weekend. And yeah, see you around. And take care. Thanks for staying around.